third set will be played on Bel'Shir Vestige. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position, the red Zerg from CJ Entis. His name is Hydra. And he is an MSL winner from Brood War.
His opponent is Flash, spawning as Green Terran on the top left-hand position of the map. He has 2 kills. He went through the his weakest matchup 2 times in a row. TBP won them easily. And now all he has to do is win a TBC to get a 3rd kill under his bag. These two players did not play a game in Starcraft2. However, in Starcraft1, Flash does lead 5-1.
Songte-oba is the first line there.
Songke-opa.
Songke-opa.
You understand Opa?
Oh, Opa.
Yeah.
That's like when a girl will call like a guy like her older brother, or they'll do it in like a cute, affectionate way, like Opa.
And Songke actually refers to the main caster from OGN today.
Ah, so she's got the cutes for him, I guess.
At least she didn't request the heart today. Remember last time?
Yeah, one of the people in the crowds were like, "Oh, give me a heart." On camera. He's like, "I'm getting word that this girl wants my phone number. Meet me after the cast. You can have it."
What's funny is that the main caster does not only cast games; he casts MMA games.
Oh, really?
He also
was he in here?
Yeah, he was here. He was in the exact same spot a few days ago.
Yeah. We're casting from the SPO TV headquarters, by the way, and I guess one of the casters. That one's Go Rush.
Go Rush does not know which camera is on. He's a casting veteran, and he still doesn't know that the camera is supposed to have the red lights on top when the camera is on.
Well, I mean, I find Go Rush just kind of a funny guy all around.
I mean, who wants his paycheck in watermelons?
I don't know. By the way, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about...
Can we retrack and then just explain that part from
yeah,
top 5?
Let's retract that real quick.
If you look at top 5, if you have looked at the top 5 video this week, there was a bonus story segment with the watermelons and Go Rush. What Go Rush exactly said is, if you give me half of that watermelon right now on stage with a spoon, I can finish it right now. So the main caster gets a word from the producer of Pro League and says, well, since you like watermelons too much, starting this month, your paycheck is all going to be in watermelons.
The watermelons were given as there was one that was given as a gift to, was it Stork?
To Roro, and it was really unique.
It was a unique gift.
A whole watermelon.
Yeah, man. It's like, here, have this. Like, well, thanks. I hope I have a big enough knife to open this up. All right, well, looking into the game here, we have speed on the way from Hydra. He also has his hatchery up as well. Going for fast hatch, and you just, being safe, getting that speed behind it. We already have Flash going for a pretty fast expansion, getting his orbital up. He's getting his factory down, also a bunker at the natural. Action lazily stretching out during the match here.
It's like, yeah, I know I'm in the studio, but I know I might play today, but I know that Flash is going to get the all-kill.
Yeah. You're sounding pretty confident in Flash going for the all-kill.
Well, that's what Action might have been saying, because he knows that even if Flash goes down, his supporting cast stats and Zest can finish CJ, especially since they know that the final 2 players are probably going to be Zergs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're already down to our 3rd player for CJ, and if Hydra falls, we're going to probably have Effort as the last.
Effort has to be the last player. I mean, they don't have any other ace players that can be sent out from CJ Entis. So CJ, these 2 Zerg players, they really need to bring their S game today if they want to win a match against KT Roaster today.
That's 100% true. All right, this factory is going to go ahead and land on that reactor that was being built by the barracks. He's going to go ahead and pop out some Hellions here. This is what Flash always does. And oh, actually a bit of a mistake by Flash, losing a few SCVs here to the Zerglings, and that 3rd one will end up falling, I believe.
Has fall at this point. There it goes.
That's actually kind of a mistake from Flash. You don't see that kind of sloppy play from him. This is actually just like, I'm like, wait, what? Flash lost 3 SCVs early on for no good reason?
Well, it was a little bit off-beat as a Terran player. You don't expect the Zerglings to slip through at this point, even if you... Because like they see the bunker and they're like, oh, this is scary, I shouldn't commit to it. And Hydra's the one that says, well, I see the bunker, but I'm just going to run by, ignore the bunker, and get as many SCVs as possible.
Yep, ended up working out really well for him. We have a Roach Warren on the way from Hydra following this up. He is putting it at the front, though, so he's not trying to hide it or anything, but with that easy kill in the beginning there off 3 SCVs, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some continued aggression from Hydra.
Well, of course, as soon as a Roach Roaring finishes, Zerg players usually go for around 5 to 6 Roaches earlier on for defense. And that's what players love to do these days, especially CJ and to Zergs, who loves to go for the Roach Hydra composition. But behind this, Hydra is going for the Baling Nest.
He has a few Roaches in production here. And he's going to have about 6 or so, like you said. And a few more Zerglings, so we're not seeing any drone production yet from Hydra here. Yeah, he's up to 20 making up the 20 Zerglings, so Flash, he's going to have to get ready to defend here. He's going to need a siege tank on the high ground if he wants to hold this pressure right now.
But he also needs, Hydra also needs to do a nice job because his opponent is getting the Widow Mines out. Now he has a complete wall and one missed micro by Hydra. He's going to show every single one of his Zerglings. And at the natural, he could lose a lot of Zerglings to a single Widow Mine, so his micro has to be perfect, but
Flash is anticipating it, man.
He knows it. He saw it with the Hellions.
Yeah. He knows. We know.
So it's better for Hydra to make a lot. He made a lot of Zerglings, but it's better for him to just apply some pressure right now with the Banelings and throw heavily behind us. But here's the attack from Hydra.
All right, the attack moving in here. The Banelings are going to destroy this wall here. Nice micro, though, from Flash, moving his SCVs away, but he ends up still losing a good amount of them. There are still 2 bunkers up, though, and that's going to allow Flash to hold on for now, but he may be forced to lift that command center as is natural.
Yeah, and look at this Hydra just sporting around trying to see if he can get the bunker, but now those Roaches are actually trapped inside.
Man. And Flash, he lost 5 SCVs to that attack here. So, actually a really good job by Flash defending.
So Hydra's doing a nice job delaying the mining from his opponent Flash, but the biggest problem is as soon as he takes this out, he's going to go for the counterattack. Does Hydra have enough units back at home to defend against this? This looks like a really strong timing from Flash.
Indeed it does. The supplies right now very close to each other. We only have the +1 attack starting now for Hydra, and he's just going to have Zerglings against this, but the medevacs are already out. He's got Hellions and Marine support, man.
If he can defend once without losing too many drones, then the game does go towards Hydra's favor because he has double the amount of workers right now. But the problem is, can he survive this one timing from Flash?
I'm not sure.
So strong.
The Widow Mines are being burrowed here. Queen's getting destroyed. Zerglings are the only thing reinforcing here, and the Marines and Hellions are just absolutely demolishing those units. Stim complete as well. Flash pressing forward here. He's going to be able to take out all of the drones at this natural and cutting off the reinforcements between the 3rd, natural, and main. Things are looking very, very grim for Hydra here. He's making more and more Zerglings and Banelings behind this, but Flash continues to reinforce with more units. The natural goes down. Flash takes a humongous lead over his opponent here as he moves towards that 3rd.
Humongous lead. He doesn't even need one at this point as he just marching down towards their base. The Zerglings are coming out, but they're just dying to the Marines. So their base is under fire, and it's going to get taken out along with every single one of these drones over here.
Nice micro there from Flash. Defending those Banelings from doing anything. GG!
Hydra had a nice plan to go for a Roach bust, and the bust did work to some point. He did delay a lot of mining time, but he just couldn't defend against the counterattack from Flash.
When you think about it, Flash, he lost only 5 SCVs to that attack, and Hydra committed so much to the pressure there.
Yeah. And he droned up heavily behind it. As soon as the Roaches went down, that's when he realized that he was in a large trouble, and he just didn't have enough units out in time.
I love the positioning of Flash as well.
Yes.
Units. He didn't lose any of his Hellions early on. He used them with the fight. He had those bunkers between the command center and his ramp at the natural. Everything was so smart by him.
He knew that the first one was going to get busted. The bunkers that are placed really close to the wall over there was going to get busted easily, so it was better for him to build the bunkers slightly out of the range at the ramp, which is harder for the Zerg players to actually reach.
All right, we're going to have to find out the ace player that's going to get sent out here.
It has to be him.
It's going to most likely be Effort. They're trying to hand it around to some other people. Who's going to be... And yes, it's going to be Effort being sent out as the last hope for CJ Entis. You can tell that the atmosphere at their bench is at an all-time low, but if anyone can take out Effort that's left here, or excuse me, Flash, it's got to be Effort.
Yeah, and he does have a winning record against Flash in Starcraft2.
Flash sitting there standing there like the final boss, thinking, all right, It's my last guy, but I have the chance to go for the all-kill. Will Flash go for the all-kill and get it, though? Find out after this commercial break.